The last thing that we need to make sure that we're tracking is our marketing and sales. We want to know how effective they are and what to expect for in the future, because we're trying to build a predictable business here. So let's see what we need to track. First of all, we need to track our critical drivers, and we touched upon this when we talked about the marketing. We'll review this right now. What actions did you took this week to generate leads and how well that performed? The second thing that we want to track is our pipeline, all right? And pipeline means who are we talking to right now that is about to perhaps become a customer and where they are in the process. And we're going to use kind of a CRM, which stands for Client Relationship Management, for that. I'll show you that in a second. We'll want to understand how long it takes them from first contact until they sign a deal. This is information that's really important because it helps you to understand that if you are not talking with anybody right now, you can expect to not have a client in about, let's assume that your average time from first contact into a closed deal is 30 days, which might be very reasonable. Sometimes it's even more than that. So understanding this number helps you to predict what's going to happen in the future. And of course, we want to keep track on what's the deal size is so that we can also understand what money is going to come in perhaps. So let's go and review how we're going to track them. And we're going to use the system business docs that I'm using in the Coda. Of course, you can do this on whatever tool that you want. So we already saw the funnel tracking, and I'm just going to review this quickly. At the end of every week, as we said, when we're going to do your weekly review, you'll probably want to come here and add a week, select the week that you're working on, and then based on what your critical driver is, depending on the marketing channel, how many actions did you take and how much visibility or traction or leads it generated. Okay, so you'll customize this and you'll keep track right here. The other thing that we'll want to do is see where our clients are in our pipeline. So this is our CRM. Basically, it's a table, right, with the name of the company and the name of the client. When did we last contact them, and email number, and then what's their status, right? So the status, this is basically kind of the funnel or the pipeline, right? Either we never contacted them before and they're just a potential client that we consider. Maybe we reached out to them, or maybe they reached out to us, so they're now a lead. Maybe we're already in email discussion, maybe we're meeting them, proposal, maybe we lost them, and maybe we won them. Now, when you select this, it's going to visibly also show you this in the pipeline. So this is kind of a Trello-like view of the same table, but it just makes it easier for you to understand who's now a lead and who do you need to talk to right now. And now, one nice thing about this is when you change a status from a lead to an email, this always kind of leaves track here. So if I'm going to go here and open this up, you can see in the activity exactly when I've updated it, right? So see here, update status today I've updated the status to email. Now you'll have all the information here when exactly what it became a lead and when I turned it into, for example, closed deal. And based on the data that you'll have here, you'll be able to input here how many days it took you to close this client, and you'll have here an average of how long it takes to close a client. So that's going to be very helpful, including the deal size if it's one, so you'll know your average deal size. Now, one important thing that is going to be calculated is you're going to start to understanding your closing conversion rate. Okay, so right now it's 50 because I have 4 clients here. 2 of them are 1 and 2 of them are still not 1. And so as you'll add more clients here and prospects, this number is going to start becoming very real and predictable, and you can understand, well, if I'm talking to 3 clients right now and my conversion rate is 30%, at least one of them is going to close, or something like this. So this will be calculated, and you can see there's a formula here basically that calculates how many one out of all the other clients are right here. So this helps us to keep track of who do we need to talk to and where they are in the process, and we're going to learn how long it takes them to convert and what we can expect in the future.